Hello everyone. As of today, as of publishing this video, it is Valve's 30th anniversary. Yay! I thought for today's video that I'd show you some of my Valve stuff. I'm gonna try and do this as chronologically as I possibly can. Some of the stuff I genuinely don't remember when I got it, so I'm just going by what makes sense to me in my head. Not that that matters, really, but, alright. I guess the first thing I'm gonna show you, I got this in 2016, my original Steam controller. I got this thing year I created my Steam account, which was, 2016. Not only is this turning 10, my Steam account is turning 10. This thing is rough now looking back at it, for sure, but it paved the way for gyroscopic stuff, and the touchpads are just incredible for FPS games. I've always thought that that was a great idea. But yeah, the lack of a physical D-pad and like more standardized controls really hindered this thing. But it's still cool. It's still very cool. I am glad that I have this. The reason why I'm not flipping it over is because I don't have the back anymore. But yeah. That's a Steam controller. It still works. I love pulling this thing out every now and then. Also, the trackpads are like really not working as well as they did. But yeah, it's whatever. Next is this, my Xbox 360 copy of the Orange Box. I remember sitting in my living room very actively playing Half-Life 2 with my father. I love the Orange Box. Quite possibly one of the greatest deals in gaming that has ever happened, alongside Portal and Team Fortress 2. Both games very special to me, and of course Episode 2 is like one of the best titles I've ever played. Portal 2 soundtrack. I got this before they started reprinting these, so I'm probably gonna get another copy of this because this case is kind of scuffed up. But I got this pretty early on in my Valve fan days. Yeah, I love Portal 2. I want to say I had it originally on the Xbox 360, and it is my favorite game ever. Portal 2 is my favorite game, and it will always hold a very incredibly special place in my heart. I love this soundtrack. I wish that they printed them on vinyl actively, but you know, it'd probably be expensive as hell to get it. Like with one of these items that I will be showing you very soon. Next thing, I'm not going to be able to put this on here, the gravity gun replica that NECA did. My father found that in a, I believe in a toy store in San Francisco when he was going for work. It is such an incredibly lucky find that I cherish this thing, man. I keep it right next to my bed, and it is a very nice piece of Valve memorabilia. All 3 copies of Portal 2, PC, 360, PS3. Like I said, Portal 2 is my favorite game ever. So I naturally had to get every physical copy of it that I could. The PS3 copy is extremely special because what they did with the PS3 copy is that if you sign into your Steam account on your PS3, you get the game free on Steam. And that, of course, that doesn't work anymore, but, like, that was such a cool thing that they never did with any other, console. It was only the PS3 that they did this on. It was only ever, they brought Steam to console once, and it was with the PS3. So that's very neat. A little bit of Valve trivia. Half-Life 2 for the original Xbox. Okay, this port is a miracle. It also is not good, but it is an incredibly amazing feat that this even exists in the first place. It is just, it's a very charming port, despite being objectively one of the worst official ways to play Half-Life 2. It's extremely charming in its own right, and I had to get this physically. My Steam Deck, I love this thing. This is the 512 Steam Deck LCD. I got this on my birthday in 2022. making this thing like 4 years old, and I adore it. I still use it very actively. Like when I'm going out, I'll just carry this thing around and play games and stuff. It is a very easy thing to just pick up and go. A lot of my games are on PC, and the main reason why I was so invested in having the Steam hardware is because, well, if I already have my games on PC and want to take them somewhere, shouldn't I just be able to log into my Steam account or something and on like any device and take it with me? And that's why the Steam Deck is such a good... Why is the camera not focusing? That's why the Steam Deck really stuck with me. It was the first portable PC I've ever had, and this thing, because of how low it was priced at the time, it was a fucking hit. Like, now you have big names like Asus, Lenovo, fucking Microsoft is pornography. You have, like, huge names getting into the portable, like, gaming PC space because of how well this thing did. It's just an incredible thing to see happen. Unfortunately, that's just never going to happen with their new hardware because of how outrageous buying PC hardware is now. But, you know, it's something you gotta live with. My Index. I love my Valve Index. I have used it extensively since I got it, and it is one of the best VR headsets I have ever used. I love the Knuckles. They are like one of my favorite VR controllers ever, because these don't go anywhere. Like if you have them tightened properly, they're not going anywhere. They are extremely secure, they're extremely well done. The only like real thing I don't like about them is how small the actual like buttons and sticks are. But other than that, like, these things are awesome, and I love the capacitive touch with the pressure sensing. That's so cool to me. They're a very neat little piece of controller history. These are probably the most expensive thing in my collection. Prototype Vive wands. These were being sold. I forget who was selling them, but these were being sold at a store just to clear stock, I assume. And yeah, these are very cool. They're very cool, and they actually like turn on and work. Theoretically, I don't have the base stations to be able to use these. I just thought it was cool having the wands alone. I've never actually owned a Vive, which is very funny that these are my first and only, like, Vive wands. Big box Half-Life 1, I can barely fit this in frame. But, yeah, big box Half-Life 1. Doesn't come with all of the inserts, and it's a bit scuffed. But, I mean, you can't complain, really. I've always loved the look of big box PC games, and I'm sad that these aren't, like, made anymore. I also love the manual in this, too, because it has actual, like, lore and shit in it, and it's so cool, because I don't believe these are anywhere else, like, other than the PS2 pressing, which I'll get to that, but yeah, this is Gordon being hired into Black Mesa. It's very cool. Yeah, I also have, this pamphlet about, TFC, and this, software giveaway that was never filled out, which is very cool. It's a software registration that Sierra did. I love experiencing, like, older stuff like this, because I wasn't around in the time that these were being actively used. Similarly, I have Half-Life 2 Collector's Edition. Unfortunately, I don't have the big box with the t-shirt and everything, but the CD was enough for me, honestly. But this is a PC copy of Half-Life 2. Unfortunately, you can't install directly from this disc anymore, because you would need Steam to do that, and Steam does not work on older PCs. But it's Half-Life 2! on DVD-ROM. It's very neat. Team Fortress 2 is one of the first multiplayer shooters I've ever played, and it is such a charming game, and it is incredibly fun to play, even nowadays. And, it also has an incredible soundtrack, which is why I have these. This is, Fight Songs, the Team Fortress 2 soundtrack. The, discs are colored red and blue. There's the red one. It's very cool. But yeah, this is a very cool piece of art, piece of music. I consider music an art of itself, and it is a very special thing to me. I love music. I've always loved music, and the music that Valve does for their games is just incredible. You're about to see how expensive vinyls can really get. Half-Life Alyx is one of the most important games I've ever played, because it got me onto the internet, it got me learning how to mod video games, and it also got me interested in game development in general. And I did a whole video on this on my main channel. I'll link that in the description if you're at all interested. I opened these with a friend of mine who hosts a Source 2 modding Discord, which was originally strictly Half-Life Alyx, but now it's just Source 2 in general. They only made 1,000 copies of this, and it's the entire soundtrack. The vinyl soundtrack that you can get right now are just best of. This is the entire soundtrack pressed to vinyl, which is incredible to me. Also, it came with this poster. I have the other one that came with my other record, hung up on my wall. But yeah, all of the records have the individual chapter art on them. I'm not gonna go through all of these. Having a physical piece of memorabilia for Half-Life Alyx is really important to me, because there is no way that they're ever making a physical copy of this game, so... And it's a very important game to me. Steam controller. This thing is awesome. I use this thing. This is the one I use with my Steam machine. And I'll tell you why I say this one. I have two of them. I ordered one with my Steam account when I had it reserved. And my father also ordered me one. So that's very cool. I now have two Steam controllers. I would have a third with my Steam machine, but my friend wanted me to send them the controller that came with that, so I wasn't gonna complain. I already have two controllers, that's fine for me. This one is the one I purchased, and it is the one that I am going to mod. As you can see, it has grips on the touchpads. I'll link the store to get these in the description. I'm pretty sure it's called Deck Buttons, something along those lines. And they're also making buttons for the Steam controller, which I am very excited for, because I like their stuff, and I think it is really cool. I love the Steam Deck control scheme, where it has the back paddles, two thumbs, two touchpads, and the standard layout. I think this is the best possible outcome for a modern Steam controller. And if you compare it to this thing, like, night and day, Jesus. It's a very nice controller. You may think the next product is the Steam machine. You're wrong. I got this for very cheap, and I am happy about it, because I like this thing. It's a very neat little thing. I'm not gonna use it. I have no real use case for this. I just got it for the collection mainly. But Valve still updates this thing very actively. They actually have support for modern Steam controller on 2015 Steam Link. That's cool as fuck. This thing isn't the greatest anymore, but it's a cool little streaming box, and honestly, if you wanted to use it nowadays and don't really care about 4K, you're good. Like, this will get the job done. the Steam Machine. I love this thing. I've been using it extensively since I've got it, you know, kinda testing what works on Linux and what doesn't. This is my first Linux PC. And I love it. I love it so much. I love how easy Linux is to use. It's gotten so much better, from the last time I tried, like, actively getting into Linux. And it is just, I have Kashii on this, so it's not stock SteamOS, but I have Kashii, with, GameScope on this, and it works wonders. I'm not even gonna lie. It is one of the best, like, just sit down, play something, devices I've ever used. And I keep this at my TV pretty actively, so I'll just sit in bed and play some games. It's fun. It's very fun. Here is Half-Life on the PS2. I frequent game stores pretty often, specifically a few in my area. I rotate around them every now and then just to see what they have. I was extremely lucky to catch this. It was in there. It was expensive, mind you, but, like, I wasn't gonna pass up on this. I mean, physically, like, getting this physically is just a treat in its own. And the thing is barely even scratched. Like, I'm not even, whoever had this took extremely good care of the disc. Here's what I was saying about this being in the PS2 version as well. I love console games, specifically older PC to console games like this, because they have the old console charm of like big, flashy menus, and like occasionally you get DLC, which is Decay in this case. I was about to say Blue Shift, but that was the Dreamcast. Yeah, it's a very neat thing. It has a lot of personality on console that just wasn't really able to be replicated on a PC. It's a very cool thing to see. This copy of Half-Life is kind of rare, so it's very cool to see that this exists. But yeah, these I'm pretty sure this had cheat codes too in here. I don't remember where those would be, but yeah, the console versions had cheat codes and stuff. This I got recently. Game of the Year Left 4 Dead. The case is kind of beat up, but honestly, I found this just for like really cheap at a random store. Like, I'm not gonna complain about it. And you never see Valve games like physically in like game stores and stuff, and I wasn't gonna pass up on this. And finally, we have this. So I got this for my birthday, this Monday, and it was one of the, best things I've gotten, like, ever, and I love these things so much. The TF2 figures are so hard to come across, but, NECA, the company that handled, producing these things, they do, like, an occasional vault, which is where they clear out old stock of, like, product and stuff, and the Medic was a part of that. I thought that I had missed the opportunity to get one of these, but, my father pulled through, which is very nice of him. Yeah, it's very cool to see this. And that is it for this video. I would like to do more Valve Collection stuff in the future. I don't know if that's gonna be, like, actively done, but, you know, we'll see. Yeah, happy anniversary, Valve. Very cool. It's been great to be a Valve fan. I'm glad I got to live in a time where there's a ton of really talented game developers that just want to make stuff for the sake of making stuff. I think that's really cool. It's not only game developers now, they're doing hardware. Hopefully, soon I will have a Steam frame, but that's just, you know, that's down the line. I want to do a lot more videos about, like, Valve history and stuff, because it's all stuff I am very interested in. And, So let me know if you want a specific topic covered, because I would love to research and do stuff like that. But for now, that has been me. Thank you for joining me in celebrating Valve Software and their various bits of physical presence that they have in my life. And yeah, I will see you later. Goodbye.